Hey guys, it's your partner, ArchieLuxury. ArchieLuxury. And today, guys, we're here. We're live streaming. That's right, guys. We are live streaming. Guys, let's get the intro and let's get into some watch talk. Today's topic, starting from fresh, what would you do differently in your watch collecting world? Okay, let's go. Hey guys, it's Archie here. How are you good people today? So we've got some spammers in the crowd there. Come on, spammers. I'm happy to do an advertising package for you, but I can't give you a free ride. I'm sorry. Life doesn't work that way. Um it's I like all these people who I like all these experts. You know my situation perfectly. You haven't been to my place, and you throw these aspersions everywhere. It's quite hilarious. I got to tell you, there are some interesting developments. I'm frantically finding invoices. I need to have proof of purchase. Lucky Mr. Chesterfield himself is a bit of a collector of all things, and I have a lot of invoices, so I'm happy to play that game with the insurance company. Guys, today's topic, starting from fresh, what would you do differently in your watch collecting? Interesting. What would you do? What would you do. And the reason I say this, of course, is because I am starting fresh. I'm starting fresh, guys. That's right. Holy shit, it's just coming down in rain. It's just started pelting down in rain in Brisbane. Vegas. That's right, guys. Vegas. So, what would I do? So I'm going to bring some photos up. Let's have a look at, say, my collection. And we can, well, the burglars collection. It's the burglars collection now. Let's have a look. And what would I do differently? Okay, so let's be completely honest here. And I got to say, first things first, I got to tell you, I probably on the paddock front, I'd probably move to a larger size. And I thought 37 mil was perfect. It was when I was 40 and about 10 to 15 kilos lighter. So I would say I'd go for a bigger paddock. So all of those four in the back row, they were 37. And I got to be totally honest with you. I got to thank you, Powie. Yep, I'm getting the receipts. I'm frantically finding as many receipts as possible. But some things you don't have receipts. Like I got a tie from Terry Stern. I don't have a receipt from that. So what I would say is, in my own case, okay, starting from fresh, let's remove the stupid emotion. Remove the emotion. Remove all this emotion, because I'm actually quite calm. I'm quite calm. I'm calm, and I am, look, it's a tragedy, but you got to plow forward. Would worrying immensely help? Would it really help? And I got to be, I'm just going to post. Let me just post the link. So if we get somebody who wants to jump on, and don't worry, we've got to watch out for our porno prick. Got to make sure we don't get the porno prick on today. Here we go. I've just posted that. Let's ask a question. Here we go. Let's see if we can get what else I got here? We'll start a poll. Should I buy everything back? Should I buy everything back? That's the question for today. Should I just say, right, I want to get the old pieces, those exact models back? Or do I say, right, we got a fresh canvas, let's start again. And it's interesting. So I got to be totally honest with you. I don't know if I'd buy any of those Louis Vuitton boxes. I kind of think, you know what? I don't really need that sort of shit. I don't really need to have that. I don't need that. So I think for me, starting fresh, I don't need to have every example. So I'm starting again. So the first thing I would say is fresh canvas is, I think those paddocks I had were a wee bit small. Okay. The 5196, it actually wore pretty big. Okay. That piece wore pretty big because it had 21 mil for the strap, 21 mil strap it took. And it had a very thin bezel. Interestingly enough, the watch right next to it, the annual calendar, it wore like a 35. So I think if I'm buying again, I possibly would go to some bigger sizes. Okay. Now, what? Come on, guys. Let's start the super chats. Come on, guys. Let's get the super chats happening. Let's get these babies on the road. What I would say is, for me, I want to get bigger sizes. So I'd probably say, you know what? I like the world time, but it's probably, even that's a bit small. Okay. Even though I loved it. Yeah. I think I would try and buy 38 mil as the minimum. The 5196, I would like that in white gold. I don't mind that as a 37 because it wears very big. So that's definitely what I would try and do. The next thing is, so with the Patek, what I'm saying is I'd want to get bigger size. The next thing is with the Rolex. Okay, so interestingly enough, look at the two centerpieces. The Explorer 2, I thank God, touch wood, I still have that. The Submariner, yes, I'd probably get a bluesy, a two-tone, and that way there, I don't need the Milgauss because I've got the blue in the bluesy. I've got the Submariner function, and also I've got yellow gold. So maybe I don't need as many yellow gold Pateks. The Sky Dweller, that was a gift from Bondage. That's something very, very special. That really hurts to have lost that watch because it was a gift from a great guy. Here we go. Watch Collector, $2. 116610 LN on Vintage Watch Co. Full set, 18,900. That's the sub date. That's actually the 40 mil. 40 mil. It's a pretty damn... Hello, Giro.
Hey, Archie. I came across, I saw you fighting alone here while Tim is rebel treating you with 3 or 4 guys. I cannot be happening. You should not be alone, okay?
No, that's okay, man. It's good to have you. I was just looking at my collection. And let me just turn the aircon on. Just cover me for 1 minute. I'm just going to turn the aircon on because it's a bit hot here. 1 minute. 1 minute. Hello, Giro. What I was going to say, Giro, I don't know if I would buy the small Pateks anymore.
I wouldn't. You don't need the dress watches any longer. Maybe one.
I tell you honestly, I would like one. I'd like one Patek, but
yes,
I want to get. I'll tell you what I want to get. I'd either get a 6006. That's the one I had before. A 5296. That's actually perfect. 5296. Or a 5196 in white gold. So I got to be honest with you. If I had my time again, well, I am. I'm starting fresh. I don't know if I'd buy all of that Patek stuff.
Maybe the World Timer, sentimental thing.
That one was too small. It's a bit small. It is a bit small. I think I'd go for the 5130. I've got a super chat. Let me grab this super chat. Juliet Arabius, Arabius, 2 pounds 50, €2.50, €2.
Somewhere from European Union.
Arch, 1675 Pepsi. What rating would you give out of 10? Now, 1675, that's a plastic GMT Pepsi. They would be a GMT 1. They were the 1970s. They were kind of late 60s, 70s, and they were replaced by the 16750 in the 80s, early 80s. It's kind of the equivalent of the 1680 Submariner. What rating would I give? Look, it's a vintage watch. It's vintage. Out of 10, see, when you ask this question, do you mean like an overall rating, or do you mean like personally, as a vintage watch, I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. As a vintage Rolex, it's as good as you get. Okay? As a contemporary watch, I prefer something more modern because these vintage watches are very, very delicate and they're very collectible. You wouldn't want to use a vintage 1675 every day. It's a special type watch. I would prefer a modern Pepsi, personally, because I want to use it every day. Okay? That's my view. I would prefer a modern Pepsi to a vintage Pepsi. But as far as a vintage watch goes, it'd be a 7.5 out of 10. Your individual piece, I'd have to see it to give you my opinion. Is it original dial? Is it original bezel? Is it box papers? These sort of things have a big bearing on it. But as a watch, it is a great watch. It's not for me. I want modern. Trooper, $5. Archie, JL banned me from the dungeon yesterday. Not happy, Arch. Look, I'll have a talk. I'll have to find out what's happened, Trooper. I don't control the dungeon. Sirocco and Dodger are in charge, and I help him out a bit. OC, he came to me, said he's banned as well. I asked Sirocco. Sirocco said he doesn't want him. So Sirocco, really, you have a manager in charge. You got to back your staff. So I can ask Trooper. I'll ask Sirocco about it, but let's see what we can do. Let me see what I can do for you. Jiro, how are you, man?
No, I'm fine. So with regard to the vintage watch, I think it's a good point. To have one vintage in the collection is a nice thing. What do you think? Just
Look,
one vintage for special occasion.
Vintage is a fucking minefield. They've changed so many bits, so many parts have changed. For me, you know what? Can I say this to you? I don't want to fucking own vintage, okay? Nothing wrong with vintage. For me, it's too fiddly. I want to use my watches. I'm no longer having a fucking museum. I had a museum. They broke in. They stole the stuff. They stole the exhibits. I had a museum. They broke in and they stole the exhibits. So now on, I'm not having a fucking museum anymore. I'm having watches that I want to wear. Okay? Let me say this to you.
Yeah,
I had a vintage Mercedes-Benz. I had a vintage Mercedes-Benz I was looking after many years ago, right? You know something?
Yes.
It was a fucking pain in the ass. It wasn't reliable. You didn't know if it would start every time. They're a beautiful car. It was a Mercedes Pagoda. But if you want a reliable car, a modern car, you just put the key in. Well, you just tap the start button and off you fucking go.
Well, super chat, Arch. Super
chat. Thank you so much there. Here we go. Super chat. Rolex Collector, $2. Pull up 11610 on vintage watch code. Deal or not? Look, in my case, let's call it up. Pull it up, Arch. Pull it up. Pull it up, Arch. Pull it up. I'm going to pull it up now, okay? Personally, let's have a look. I'm just going to go full screen. We'll just share the screen, okay? I'm going to share it with you. I love Vintage Watch Co. would always look after me. He's a good friend. Ronnie is a good friend of mine. And here it is. 8. Oh, look at that. They got a beautiful lung. Oh, they got a reverso. Look at the reverso. 10,000. Fuck.
It's 10 Aussie, right? It's not that expensive.
Yeah. 11 Aussie. It's blue. It's beautiful. Fuck. Just let me have a look here. I'm just getting excited. They got a vintage 1665. Okay, sorry, let's go and look at this watch. Sorry, this one here. 18. Look, I reckon that's a great buying. Yes, it is. $19,000. That's great buying. Personally, you know what? For me, I want the two-tone bluesy. Okay?
But what
I don't
happened?
know
Why did you
why. I
think?
don't know why. I don't know
Why
why.
did?
I'll tell you.
Because
Sorry?
you said it's too flashy. Not long time ago, you said it's too flashy. You don't want to go flashy. You want to have a steel sports.
Yeah,
What
I changed
happened?
my mind since the burglary. Oh, look at this. Sirocco sorted it out. Sirocco says, Trooper, you're back. Congratulations. We've sorted it. Look, Sirocco is the boss. Sirocco's the boss man. Because I can't do everything. I can't manage everything. You know, you have good managers. You've got to back your staff. Same as Bear. Bear says, do this. I just do it. Bear, you don't need to explain it to me. Let me say to you, Giro, after the burglary, your mindset gets changed. Do you understand?
Absolutely. Not even after a loss. If you lose something, so you change your mindset because you want to achieve it again, and you need to find a new way how to achieve it quicker.
I don't know what it was. After the burglary, I was thinking, what watches do I want back? What do I, I wanted a one and done, two-tone bluesy. That's it. I got to get it. Now, I'll be honest with you. Should I go for 41 or 40? I didn't know. You know which one I thought would be best? I like the 40 because it has the smaller bracelet. I thought the bracelet on the 41 is a little bit big. I like the gold writing on the 40 because the 41 has white writing on the two-tone. I like look, they're both amazing. I've got a friend of mine who's actually holding one for me, okay?
Okay.
It's 20,400 Aussie. Okay, he's a good friend. He said, Arch, I'll sell it to you at my cost. And
box and papers.
Box papers, yes. Full set,
okay.
full set, full set.
Mm-hmm.
I just think for me, the bluesy could be a perfect one. And I just want that watch. I don't know why. I can't explain it, okay? I hated it before, but I want that watch, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm no longer going to have museum pieces. I want to have pieces that I love. Like now, I don't really want a Milgauss now. I lost my Milgauss, right? The burglars stole it. I don't necessarily want that, okay?
What about the Datejust? What about the Datejust?
No, I don't want a Datejust. I've owned Datejust. I've owned them in the past. I got no desire for it. I actually, you know what? I really every day. I'm actually going to put my Speedmaster in the bank tomorrow. Okay. Okay. You know what watch I wear every day is my Explorer 2. Okay. I don't know why. I just put it on every day. That's the watch. It just sings to me. The next, I love the Speedy. That's Cove and Ronnie. Cove from Luxuria and Ronnie from Vintage Watch Co. They chipped in thousands, and my good friend Dave chipped in thousands. I will wear the Speedy. It's just not the right time at the moment. Does that make sense to you, Giro?
Absolutely, Arch. I guess you have a lot of sleepless nights, and you keep quiet, but I think inside you're totally devastated.
Oh, fucking, I'm broken. I am broken. I am really broken. I'll be honest with you. I'm really upset.
Yeah, I'm feeling it, but really, I'm really feeling it. And honestly, I didn't believe it when it happened. I thought it was kind of marketing thing or something. I thought Paulie is so long into this business. He knows exactly how to store jewelry and watches, and he can't keep it at home when he's leaving and letting everybody know that he's abroad. It cannot be happening. And
well, I had people in the house. I had people in the house the whole time, except for one day. Okay.
So the funny part is when you're streaming, not only good people are watching, also bad people are watching, and they're monitoring you very closely.
Of course.
And you have to take it into account.
Anthony P, $2. I was wearing a friend's bluesy today. Love it. Yeah. Let me say this to you, Giro. Giro, I got to tell you, I don't know why I wanted the bluesy. Okay. Like I honestly, those three watches, let me tell you what I want to do. I wasn't expecting the the Speedy to come. I probably wouldn't have bought it. Okay, I'll be honest with you. All I want is a Bluesy and my Explorer, right? That was my plan, okay?
Okay.
And then I want to buy a few pieces of jewelry for the wife because they took absolutely everything.
What about the Patek? Will you go back to Patek?
Look, at the moment, I got to tell you seriously, I'm fighting with the insurance company. They're being very difficult. I don't have money to spend, okay? Okay?
No, I agree.
I don't have money to spend. My friend on these Bluesy, he said, give me 10,000. Let me hold your Explorer as security, and I'll give you the Bluesy to wear. You can have the Bluesy, and then when you pay back the difference, I'll give you the Explorer back. Because I don't want to sell the Explorer. Sorry?
Sounds like a good deal. No, it sounds like a good deal because you're lasting for the Bluesy. Why not?
Exactly.
No, is it the Bluesy? Is it 126 or 116? Which one? 41 or 40 mil?
No, it's the 40 mil. 40 mil. It's the 40 mil. So I thought that was Bear in the comments. It's Fear Clooney. That's not Bear. You do what I tell you, Paul, and you will fail. It's just not Bear. That's not Bear. Just hang on. Hey, Mommy, I just put the aircon on because I'm sweating a bit here. Is that okay? Thank you. By the way, Zero, starting from fresh, right? It lets me have a new slate. I no longer want to have the museum. I'm actually going to sell a lot of books off soon, Jiro.
Yeah, the knowledge is in your mind. You don't need them any longer.
Can I tell you something? Another interesting is, I actually have lost some friends, have deserted me in this hour of need.
Really?
Like you have people that just don't want to know you anymore. It's kind of strange. I don't know why. I don't really care. To be totally honest with you, I don't really care. I don't need friends. I don't need second-rate friends. Okay. But it's interesting. You have a few changes,
Well, you
know
need
how it is. You
sometimes
have a
really
few,
tough time. No, Paul,
you have a
need
few
sometimes
mistresses who dump you as well there, Jiro.
No, you need sometimes very tough times to find out who is really supportive to you and who's not. Okay, who is your real friend and will stick with you. It's very important. And now you see who is very loyal to you and who's not.
Yeah, you're a loyal guy. You're a great guy.
Well, I've been loyal from the beginning, and I stick with my quality. No, I think that really detests is that Tim Wright is streaming, is rebel streaming against you, and I really don't like it. And yes,
that's okay, man. He's free to do what he wants. Me and him, we're never going to be friends again, so it doesn't really matter what he does. I don't really care, to be honest with you, and I wish him well. Okay, there you go. I wish him well. It's okay, no problems.
Well, do you remember when I came on your stream and Bear was on your stream, and I said to you, separate from Tim, and you said foolishly, "Oh, he's my friend. Why should I do this?" And I said, "No, he's not your friend. Separate from Tim. It's a good thing for you." And finally you did, but you never listened to me. It was a mistake.
What can I do, man? You were right. Okay, I make a lot of mistakes. I'm very flawed. Okay. We got Mike the Snake.
Hey, Mike.
That is Mike the Snake. Sorry, that is Mike. Yes, it is. It's Mike. Hey, Mike.
Hi there.
I got to tell you, one thing I'm finding is with the collection, I'll tell you something. Okay, so looking at my watch box. Okay, and I don't know if I'll buy one of those again. I owned one. I don't know if I'll buy another one. Okay. But I just want to show you something. Out of those watches that are out of this collection here, I think the Pateks are a bit small. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is I've got the Explorer. The watch I really want is the sub two-tone. I think the sub two-tone is an amalgamation of 3 watches in this box. It's the blue, it's like the Milgauss blue and the sub date and the yellow gold in the Patek. So it's kind of like that one watch in this box here is 5 watches. Does that make sense to you? That one watch is like having 5. Does that make sense, Hero?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you
Yes.
perfectly.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I can see that, Archie.
Now, the Sky Dweller, will I get a Sky Dweller again? I actually love the Sky Dweller. That's a watch that's very, very sad that it's gone. I would actually get a Sky Dweller, but hang on, stop. I don't have unlimited money. I've just lost 300, 400,000.
Yeah.
Insurance company has paid me 0 at the moment, right?
Yeah.
And that's probably a 3-month to 6-month. I got to pay someone to remove the safe, and I got to get carpet done. I want to start getting that room fixed up. Now, I got to tell you, Jiro, one thing I would do differently, I don't need to have a museum anymore. I want to have pieces that I can wear. So if, in my case, Explorer 2, Bluesy, then I'll show you exactly what I want to do. Okay, can I show you, Jiro?
Yes, of course. Please.
So what I'd like to do is in this, okay, let's have a look at this, right? So, okay, so if you have a look here, okay, so these
beautiful.
are the watches. These are the watches that are gone, okay? Look at this. I loved every, you know, the funny thing is too, in the back of my mind, maybe I want the Bluesy 40 in case the other one comes back to me. It won't come back. I can.
Man, I like that.
Look at that set. Look at that beautiful set there. Just to have
Well,
that would be.
may I ask you one thing? Is it safe to wear a 2-tone watch in Australia? Because why I'm asking is,
it is.
In Europe, I don't feel safe like I feel in Moscow. In Moscow, I feel really safe because the security cameras everywhere, and I know nothing can happen. Okay, it's unlikely that I will be robbed on the street. In Europe, the things are different. Okay, I watch around. I mean, even if I will have my Milgauss, but it's recognizable on the Oster bracelet. So sometimes I put the long sleeve over the watch, so I'm not recognized. And by the way, I'm not a small guy. I can defend myself, but I don't want to trouble at all.
Look, in my wife's collection, you know what she wants back? You know what she wants back?
Omega or Cartier?
No, she actually likes the Tank Francais there. And I would like to get the Benoit back. I want to get those 2 back for her. That's long term, not short term, long term plan. Okay. In the short term, I want to get that Tank Francais back for her, right? And what I would like to do is, I'll tell you exactly, right? What I would like to do is, because she's lost a lot of stuff. All her jewelry's gone, okay?
Fuck.
And what I would like to, I'll show you some stuff. Let's have a look at this. I'll show you. This is how nasty it is, okay? I'm going to show you some pics. I don't mind sharing these pics with you guys. You guys are my friends. I don't mind showing you stuff, okay? Because you guys are my friends. Okay, so that's that jewelry box. That's been cut to pieces, okay? Just out of interest, what I really miss, look at that bracelet. I gave that to my wife, and that's her engagement ring. And that's her diamond earrings there. So, you know what I mean? This stuff here is, it's kind of sad that it's gone. Okay, that's the engagement ring. That's her. That was 0.5 carat each ear, 1 carat total, just gone. Okay, so what I would like to do is, let me show you. Okay, look at that. Look at that. Those set. I probably wouldn't buy the LV boxes again. Okay. Okay, that was her replacement wedding ring. That was stolen as well. Okay. That bracelet, that's one thing. Out of all the stuff that's gone, this is the one thing I would like back. Not because it's not the most expensive. The watches walk all over this in value, but just the sentimental value, okay? That's gone. Earrings gone. It's all gone. Okay. So what I would like to do is seriously is get a few pieces. I'd like to get a ring for her, a necklace, and the earrings. So 3 pieces of Cartier and the watch. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
That,
baby steps. You know, work your way.
exactly. And then let me say this to you, Mikey.
Sure.
I would like to. Then I would look at another watch. So I want to get a few things. Look, at the moment, I've got to pay for the carpet. I got a bit of money in the crowdfunding, in the GoFundMe. I got some donations. Okay, that's basically paying to get the safe removed. See, just because they broke the safe, I got to now get rid of it. You know how hard it is to get rid of it, Mike?
Yeah, no, I can imagine. I mean, it must weigh 500,000 pounds.
1,400.
Oh shit! Yeah, so you got to get
Okay.
a special mover in to
So it's probably going to take
unbolt it.
$1,000 to remove it. Okay.
Yeah, it's like moving a
I
piano.
paid $1,000 to get the door taken off. $1,000 to get the door taken off. Okay.
Holy shit!
So I got to tell you honestly, in my case, okay, what I want to do is to actually get the bluesy for myself, a little bit of jewelry for the wife, a tag francais, and then I want to get the studio back, and then I'll look at some extra watches. Okay. But
that sounds reasonable.
I can tell you this: the whole mythology is different now, Mike. I no longer want to have a museum because last time I had a museum, my exhibits were stolen.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can understand where you're at and how you feel.
I no longer want to have a museum. I want to have a. I would like to have pieces I can
practical.
use.
Practical.
Here we go. We've got a super chat here from Juliet. Aribraris, €2.50. Bluesy, 5296. Man on the Moon and GMT. All you need AC3. Bluesy, 5296. Man on the Moon, Panda, and a GMT. Well, I've got a Man on the Moon, so I don't know if I need a Panda, but I got a Man on the Moon. I got a GMT, my Explorer 2. Yeah, bluesy and a 5. I think that 4 could be enough. You know that, Mike?
Yeah. I've got 4. I've got 4 right now and feeling quite content. I'm like the urge.
AD calling. We love you, AD. AD, man. I just have been a bit down. I'm sorry. Sometimes the emotions on all this stuff here. With the loss and whining, you'd think he'd show some reaction to be grateful. $100 super chat. I got to tell you, Patrick Philippe has been an amazing guy, and I certainly don't mean that disrespectfully to you.
I think you missed them, and we gotta be more attentive. Check, when $100 one comes in, make sure.
We got to give him some special. I got to tell you, look, guys, it is. Give me a bit of poetic license here. It is fucking hard, okay? It's really hard, and I'm just double checking to make sure we haven't missed any. It is very hard. It's very hard, but you know what? I am being philosophical. Let me tell you. Remember that movie? What was it called? The Translator. I think it was. Oh, what was the movie? The spy got caught. And Tom Hanks was his lawyer. And Tom Hanks says to the guy, "Are you worried?" And the guy says, "Would it help?" And that's a bit how it is here too. I've lost the collection. It's gone. It's gone. Yeah. I didn't lose it gambling. I didn't lose it being an alcoholic. I lost it through burglars. I worked hard. I put it in a safe means. And, I'll be honest with you. I had the Crim Safe security grills. You know what? They were a waste of fucking money. I should have spent 5,000 on alarm and cameras in that room, and we wouldn't be here. But
Well,
I was trying to get safety. I was improving security. Look, it is what it is. Okay.
this is kind of not equivalent to, but similar to, let's say, a death in the family. Let's say,
AD
and
says he's a bit upset there.
you're going to go
You're
through
right,
all the
Arch. I
stages.
should give you a break, a long one. AD, look, Patrick, I don't know what I've done to upset you. Okay, I really, I'm sorry. Okay, I can only do what I can do. Okay.
Well, you're entitled to the you know, they what are the 7 stages of mourning, or whatever they call it, you know. And when somebody dies, you know, you go through anger and
Yeah.
sorry for yourself and all that, you know. But you are absolutely entitled to that. Go through all of that. But you know, get through it, and then get on, get moving on, you know, get moving forward. And you know, because if it drags on too long here, you know, it's going to drag down here. And so, you know, I think, you know, it's really unfortunate, but like the faster that you are able to kind of mentally like acknowledge and accept all of this, and then begin to move forward, and become positive, and kind of put it secondary to the show, at least while you're on the show. That's just a few hours a day, right? So, you know, like, separate and make the show what it used to be. And then I think, you know, the show's going to improve, and you know, you're still entitled. You're entitled 100% to your feelings, 100%. You know,
I think I've come out remarkably well, to be honest with you. All things being considered, I kind of Neo. We got a super chat from Neo, my friend Neo. Hello, humanity. $2. Here we go. Read us Aesop fable. Boy who cried, life is hard.
That's kind of a spoof on The Boy Who Cried Wolf.
Look, it is what it is, guys. I can only say to you guys, I appreciate your support. You know, it's been really tough. Okay, it's been really tough, and I don't even know if that's the real Patrick Philippe or not. I don't even know, because some people pretend to be his character, and who fucking knows what is real or what is fake. But I know Patrick. I met him. I love the guy. He's a really top guy. I can only try my best. This is how life is, you know. In life itself, you can only ever try your best. That's really all I can do, is try my best. And you know, sometimes you guys say, "Oh, you should have moved on faster." Well, my life's this is not a script. This is not a soap opera. This is my real life. Sometimes I feel pissed off.
Well, you're a public figure too, so you're going to get, you know, you're going to get advice from every angle and every, you know, from one extreme to the other. You're going to get advice from anybody and everybody, and you need to, you know, take everything with a grain of salt and come to your own conclusions, for sure.
Actually, that's a good. I think Patrick Philippe has a wrench, so that may not be the real Patrick AD Never Calling. I think the real one has a wrench. So I'll just double check that. Let me double check that, because I think somebody could just be playing a little bit of a jokey wokey with us. Look, either way, I do what I can do. You know what I mean? Like, if people don't want to come on or do things anymore, well, you know what? I'm not sure. I'm just having a look now.
Well,
maybe he didn't have the wrench. But look, the thing is this: I can only try my best. Okay, I come on here and I talk things, whether it's successful or not, it depends on the audience and that there. And, look, it's really hard. We've got Bears away at the moment. Bear is a great motivator. He knows how to work. He knows how to work the audience and that there. I'm not as good as Bear.
Well, he knows how to kind of straighten you out too. Like when he senses.
It's a nice comment, Steve. You're doing much better than I would, Arch. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you are, Arch. You're handling this.
Fuck, he lost most of his savings in the worst possible way. Yeah.
Absolutely. No, I mean this is horrible. This is a horrible tragedy. There's just no two fucking ways about it. But
what I'd like to do is, Mikey, you're a good friend of mine, right?
I'd like to think so. Yes.
I'd like to send you a copy of the police report and the actual police report, and also the police report number. I want to send you a copy of it, so you can then, not so you can release it, of course, because that investigation,
it might just piss me off because, like,
I want you to see that this is not bullshit. Does that make sense, Mikey? You can at least be an arbitrator and say,
I don't doubt that any of this is bullshit. What might piss me off is what little the police do and the insurance companies are doing in response to this, because they're just kind of like, oh, did you lose your little watchies poos? And they're like, you mentioned the other day, like, oh, if you have more than 4 watches, they consider that a collection and they don't cover collections. And it's just like the insurance company, their job is not to cover your ass. Their job is to figure out a way to not pay you when it comes time for you to make a claim. Their job is to find a loophole for them to not pay you. That is their job. Okay? It's not to pay you out when you've lost. Okay? Their job is to, like, say, well, we got to pay this guy if it all comes out like absolutely, perfectly. But if there's some way we don't have to pay him, then we're not gonna. That's what happened with me in the fires. Like they just the wrong address was written down on the policy by the fucking lady at the insurance place, and that little snafu. Even though I had 10 years worth of bills sent to the house proving that I lived there, they wouldn't pay out. And it's shit like that insurance companies is why I fucking hate them just to the bone. And the police, you can get good ones and you can get bad ones. Some of them, can take you seriously and really go to bat for you, and other ones can just, like, patronize you and just.
I'll be honest with you. I think the police are pretty good. Look. You can't.
Sounds like they've been pretty good for you too.
They've been very good. Sirocco sales $5. Like I said to you last night, onwards and upwards, Arch.
Those are my sentiments as well too, Arch. For 3 hours a day, for 3 hours a day for us and your show and your occupation and your future, onwards and upwards. Okay, and. It needs to happen at some point. We all have already we've heard what happened. We know what's going on. We know how you feel about everything.
Look, AD never calling there. Don't worry, Arch. I still love you. Look. The thing is this, AD. I'm sorry if I didn't act. If I wasn't as grateful as I should have been, I'll tell you what I fucking loved with you. AD never calling. He's the guy who hired that kick-ass limo.
Nice.
He fucking organized this Texas meetup. Fucking amazing. Man, the guy, I can't thank him enough. I honestly, can I say this, Mike, to you? All considered, if I, even though I had the burglary, that trip in America was one of the greatest times of my life, okay? Let me just say that to you. No bones about it.
Archie, meeting you was one of the greatest moments of my adult life, just because you know,
You're a great guy, Mikey.
I've been, you know, COVID has really affected me. My health issues, you know, have got me, you know, kind of to like gone from a you know, strong bear to a squeaky little scared mouse, and I'm now growing back into that bear and getting out and reclaiming myself. But COVID really fucked with me, and
yeah, I'm finding it that the COVID is really tough. You know, I got to be honest with you. By the way, you know, ice cream when you've got I got a dry cough. You know, the worst fucking thing you can eat for that is
ice cream.
Ice cream, dairy product. Okay, I've just learned that the very hard way because I went out to my favorite ice cream shop yesterday afternoon, and fuck, did I feel like shit afterwards. Okay, fuck, did I feel like shit. Yes, I got to stay. I love ice cream. You know what I mean? It's one of these. The narc, $5. Maybe I was a little too harsh on you, Arch. Narc, you were right. You know, I shouldn't take calls. It's just the way this whole fuck thing is. You know, I've had some bad luck. Okay, Mike the Snake. Can I tell you how bad the luck has been? So we had the burglary.
Yes, please tell me.
Then I had the car trouble. You know, I couldn't drive my car.
Oh yeah, because of the key fobs.
Then I got insurance I'm dealing with. And guess what came in on Friday? Can I tell you what came in on Friday? I'll just cover this so I don't dox myself. Guess what came in on Friday? Jury duty. Jury duty. I got to do jury duty.
Oh, just that's like the ice. That's like the maraschino cherry on the top of the fucking, you know, the chocolate sundae. Just to top it off. You know, you can get out of that. You can claim extraordinary circumstances.
Arch, one question. What happened to the houses prices in your country? Are there rising interest rates in Australia as well?
Look, interest rates are rising. The Reserve Bank I'm actually on a fixed loan. I'm on 1.9%, 1.99. I got another 2 years to go on that rate. Okay. Interest rates are rising, but I'll be honest with you, it's not a big problem. I don't owe. So I got a house that's worth probably just under 800,000 Aussie, and we owe 200 on it. It's not massive repayment. The mortgage is cheaper than what I would have to pay in rent to rent the same house. Does that make sense to you, Giro?
It does. It does.
So it's not really a big disaster in my case. Okay, I'm a middle-aged guy. One of the joys of having a mortgage for so long. So we got this house in 07, 30-year mortgage.
I wanted to purchase another apartment in Europe, and they denied me a mortgage. And they said to me, so you have a Russian passport? I say, yes, but I have also a German passport. I'm a US citizen. Well, where your income come from? I say, it's come from Russia. I'm a partner of a consultancy company. And they say, oh, your income is from Russia? Sorry, sir. We don't accept this. You have to have income from Europe. And they denied me the mortgage in Europe. So what I can do is I can get a mortgage in Russia and then transfer this money to Europe and then buy an apartment here. But the interest rate in Russia is about 11%. So that's a bit of a problem.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. In rubles. It's in rubles.
You don't want that. You don't want that. You can't make any money with double-digit interest rates.
I remember in 2009 or 10, it was 20%. It was 20%. People just tripled or quadrupled the prices what they have been purchased, and the repay price, it's ludicrous. But it's also having an effect in Germany on the real estate. I see apartment prices are falling or stagnating.
Just very quickly, I just want to say, Narc, it's all forgiven, man. I love you. You're welcome on. Just so cool. Don't worry about it, okay? The Narc, $5. Maybe I was a little too harsh on you, Arch. Hashtag I appreciate you, Patrick Philippe. There we go. Look, it is what it is, okay?
I agree. I love this saying. It is what it is. You cannot change it. Just accept it. Embrace the challenge. Get a new watch.
Neo, hello, humanity. $2. Mike, read the never-ending story to us. There we go. David H. Can't thank him enough, but ignores $100 super chats. Look,
well, we're going to try not to do that anymore.
We're not. Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, if a mistake is made, a mistake is made. Trooper, $2. The limo clip was a ripper. You betcha. That was amazing time we had.
Got another one with Curly Q here.
It's we've got another. Actually, you've got another one from AD. I'll just read this one here. Stop making AD. Never calling. Stop making it about being grateful to me. Understand that every super chat from everyone is a decision to dip into their wallet and send you money. You understand that, don't you? Yes, I do. This is important. So, AD, you know what? I'm sorry, okay? I really am sorry if I've upset you. Curly Q2, $10. AC3, nobody goes to funeral to cheer up. Try going over what cheers you up during this life-changing tragedy. Take the Archieverse on a new rebuilding journey, Archie. You are the leader of the Archieverse.
Archie, I was just thinking the same thing. I was just thinking, think about stuff that's fun. Fuck everything else that's going on, and think about what would make you happy. What would be fun for you to do right now? Like, go to a water park.
I got to tell you, I really do love doing the live stream. I got to tell you, it's no bullshit.
Okay, well, we gotta work on the topics and get off of the kind of downer, and work on maybe just straight watch talk, or that works. We know that's a solid topic, that brings in, a solid even amount of super chats and views. But I'm thinking, like, what about if we think outside of the box and think about fun stuff? Like, what about maybe organizing a charity lunch for kids in need or something like that. And maybe gathering money together so that you can take.
I got to be honest with you. Any gathering of money there, it always, people get really, really nasty on this.
I know. Everybody just wants their money to go here or there.
I got to be honest with you, Mike. I got to thinking outside the box. I tell you what, I really do like. I get a lot of enjoyment out of nature. Okay, I've done a few walks. I actually go walking every day. I try to do it every day. I've just been a bit lately. I had to go into the city to organize the bank safe because the key was stolen. That was in the safe. Okay. The burglars. I do want to, Mike, I got to say this to you. I do like going for walks. And I actually am really thinking about, I want to go overseas. I think that's something I need to do, is to get away. It's just a bit hard to organize at the moment because I got insurance I'm dealing with so many things. But you okay, Mike? What's happening there?
Yeah, no, I just got a low blood sugar warning from my machine.
Oh,
no worries, no big deal.
Shit. You need some ice cream. What do we
I
need,
do.
Mikey?
I need a bite of ice cream, but it's
Go and
not
get
that
some.
low.
Oh, hold
It's
on.
not-
You go.
no. I'll go in a few minutes. It's all good.
I tell you what.
It's all
If
good.
you grab a bite, I'll
What?
grab a bite. I'll grab a bite as well. How does that sound? You know what? I tell you what. Foods. What foods make you happy? Tell me, what foods do you love?
You know,
Like, I fucking can't understand. I got this cough, right? I eat ice cream. It makes my cough worse.
ice
cream.
Ice cream makes me happy.
Yeah. I had a flavor yesterday. Burnt caramel. Here we go. Juco Ted. Medium legend. Juco Ted.
$20.
Archie, thinking of trading in my 2022 Air King towards a nice Rolex Coke plus a little cash. Thoughts? I have a 1999 Pepsi.
So you'd have a Coke and a Pepsi. Huh.
Juco Ted. I'd probably keep the Air King. That's the Crown Guard Air King. You know what we're talking about? This is the Crown Guard Air King.
Was 05.
Sorry?
Was 05 on the dial, not a 5.
Yes, correct. And it's got the Crown Guards. I got to tell you guys, I would probably be inclined to keep the Air King because the problem with a lot of these vintage Cokes are they really a Coke, or is it really a Coke, or was it they changed the bezels. So let's just have a look. This is the beautiful new Air King. See, I think that's such a beautiful modern watch. I wouldn't personally do it, but Juco, it depends how good is the Coke you're getting. Is it box papers? Now, he's got a 1999 one. See, that's kind of the sweet spot because they had solid end links with holes case. What year is the Coke? See, the Coke, I think the Coke, that might be a GMT Master 1. Give me some more information here, Juco Ted. How good is it? Because let's face it, a 2022 Air King would be perfect. It's a perfect watch. Would you do it, Mike? What do you think? Tell me, what do you think? Give me your answer.
Well, I mean, the Coke and the Pepsi are basically they're both GMTs, right? They're both the same watch. So it's kind of redundant. I think I'd probably hang on to the Air King and keep the Pepsi, and then work towards maybe the Coke in the future.
What about you, Giro?
Same with me. It doesn't make sense to have a Coke and a Pepsi. Two similar watches.
Like if you had a Pepsi and a sub, that'd make sense, wouldn't it? Two different functions, isn't it? But he might be a GMT nut. See?
Yeah. Well, who knows? But a Pepsi and a sub are two totally different watches. They're as different as an Air King and a Pepsi.
We got Air King Ben. Hey, Air King Ben. There's Air King Ben there. We haven't had. I don't know what happened to Air King Ben. He got a bit shitted off over something, and then I had the disaster. I didn't even get a chance to talk to him, but it's good to see him back in the comments there. Tell me this, Giro, what's happening in you have got another disaster. Like, I don't want to talk politics, but your country has had some real upheaval.
Well, our country is the most sanctioned country in the world. You might think it's Iran or it's North Korea or it's Cuba. No, this is Russia. Okay, virtually nothing.
You can't blame the Western world for that. Okay, that's.
No, I'm not blaming anyone. As you said, it is what it is. Okay, you have to accept the situation because you cannot change it. But the things are really tough, and people are pouring out of the country. Many friends of mine left country, moved to Canada, moved to former Soviet
you can't blame them
Union.
for leaving. You can't blame them for leaving, can you?
No, you can't blame anybody. I mean, it's a philosophical question: who is to blame? You know, certain forces.
But tell me this: what is happening? Like the thing is this. You know, with real estate, if you could buy 10 apartments, you could make a lot of money. But the problem is, half the time you've got to get the finance from the bank. You can't just willy-nilly just get these things easily done. You know what I mean?
I prefer to go with more than 50% into the deal. If you have more than 50%, so you can really negotiate the interest rate. You can really get it down because the banks have no risks, and you're on the safer side.
That's difficult. It's difficult. 50% is a lot of money at times.
Yeah, but that leverage
is what makes you rich. That leverage is what makes you rich.
Yes, when you're on the right side, okay, you can be also on the wrong side, and everything is coming crashing down, and you're over leveraged, then it will hurt you a lot. So it's always depends on the situation. Okay,
what's happening in the watch market? You're in Germany now. How is the watch market there? It's crazy.
Yeah, no, I was surprised. As you know, I was surprised. I checked on YouTube, not on YouTube, on eBay. There's a local eBay in Germany. Okay, Kleinanzeigen. Okay, and I checked the prices, and they're selling brand new Rolex watches slightly over the retail. Slightly, it's like 3 to 7% over the retail. Explorer 2. The Skydweller, the golden Skydweller on Osterflex, it's like a couple of €100 over the retail. So
are they available though? Are they? Is this like a gray market?
No, ironically,
or AD?
If you go to the AD, they're not available. That's the ironic of this situation.
Available.
But on the secondary market, they're all accessible, and I don't understand this. I'm trying to figure out what's happening. But people have been buying these watches from the ADs and hoarding them and wanted to make a lot of money, and now the situation is different. Okay, the money has become more in demand of the interest rate.
So maybe they're letting their what they thought was going to be their fortune, they're letting it trickle back out because of necessity.
Yes, the interest rate is a game changer, Arch. The only thing why the prices were so going up because of the interest rate. Okay, you paid like under 1% an interest rate. Okay, it's like was under inflation rate, so it didn't make sense. If you had money on your bank account, in Germany you had to pay fines. Okay, fines to your bank, a fee that you keeping money on the bank account.
You're joking? Is that right?
Yes, if you had more than 50,000, you were paying like 120 or 150 euros a year for the bank for storaging your money. And
you're
people
joking,
were.
Aren't you?
Pardon?
That's fucking crazy.
Yes, and the situation is changing now, and fortunately, it's changing because. I mean, money had no value, and now it's getting some value because of the interest rate, and everything that was bought, real estate, watches, cars, it was done on the credit, okay? And the credit has become more expensive, and people get rid of things they don't actually need. So for me, as I said, it never makes sense to have 10 watches or something.
What car are you driving in Germany? Tell me this.
Volkswagen.
What model?
Golf.
GTI?
No, it's a TDI, a diesel.
Oh, TDI.
TDI.
Oh, you got GTD? They have a GTD. You know that?
Yes, but it's not that powerful as it seems. Okay, it's like 2.2 liter engine, 240 horsepower. So it's not like
but the
maybe
torque,
the acceleration is pretty good.
Diesels are different. They don't make so much horsepower, but they make a lot of torque.
Oh,
so they really yank off the bottom. But
and diesel is very reliable. It's a really reliable engine.
Yeah, they go for millions of miles. Like a million miles for a lorry is not like that many miles. They put so many miles. Those things almost are running forever. And diesels are definitely long running longer running than gasoline engines. It's because of the impurities in the fuel and just the acids that form and stuff like that. It's just, but today's gas engines, man, they're pretty fucking reliable. I mean, compared to the cars I grew up with, 100,000 miles was like a milestone, and now 100,000 miles is that's like mid mileage. 200 is really easy. Hey, my mom just went to the hospital, and I just picked her up, and she's in my. I'll be right back. Okay.
No worries.
Yeah.
Giro, let me ask you this. So, if you had more than 50,000 euros in the bank, you had to pay a fine.
Yes, for certain banks, yes. Other banks, they had an amount of 100K. So if you hoarded over 100K, yes, 100K plus.
Do many Germans have 100,000 to put in the bank? I didn't think Germany people had 100,000 euros in the bank, did they?
Well, the distribution of wealth, it's very interesting in Germany. Did you know that 1% of Germans possess more than 50% of the whole economy?
Well, the world is like that. The world is like
that. 1%, it's over 50 in wealth. They possess more than 50%. And the other 99%, well, is less than 50%. So,
yeah. That's been happening for a long time, but I still think there's a lot of opportunities in Germany that other countries don't have. Germany is an amazing country. You have a fantastic, highly industrialized, high-tech facility. Like the wages in Germany are not cheap, but they're a very high-end manufacturer.
The tax rate is also not cheap. You pay like 50% of your income.
Ooh, nasty.
So this was the reason why I left Germany, okay? Because I don't like paying taxes.
What does the average German earn? What's the average salary?
Net or gross?
Give me both.
Gross, I think approximately 45K, 46, 45.
And net of that?
Net, okay, if you're a single guy, so you pay approximately with insurance, with pension, with all this social expenses and tax, you would keep, I think, the half of it. Okay. And if you're married, so your tax rate is 33%. 1/3 is gone to the state, but you get some benefits and reliefs if you are in a marriage. You would also get kids support, okay, children's money, or how it's called, Kindergeld.
That's not a lot of money. 45,000.
It's average. It's average. You are asking about the average, but a good salary is about 95, 110. This is a good one. But
45,000 euro. It's 70,000 Aussie. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah. I know what you're saying there.
But it's common to the European Union. Some countries have a little bit higher salaries. The best salaries you will find in Switzerland, in Norway.
I see.
In Switzerland, having 100,000 euros, it's like to be on the lower side. Okay, so it's like to be under the average. I think a good salary in Switzerland is 500K or something.
Ooh. Zeppy, $20. Who loves you, Archie Ball? I blame myself, Narc, Mr. GMT, Patrick, JL, Shot, Sirocco, and mostly Curly. Fight me dead. That's from Zeppy. And I notice he's got a Nikon camera lens there. That looks like it's from a 50mm. I got the same. Well, I had the same cap because they stole my cameras. I was going to say collection, but if it's a collection, I don't get the insurance coverage. My cameras for my hobby. And I got to tell you, thank you, Zeppy, for your great show of support. So I got to ask you something. how do you find it in Germany now? You've settled in. You're doing your own business. Is that correct?
Yep. The good thing, if you do your own business, you're not binded. Okay, you can do whatever you want. You don't have an employer who tells you what to do, and you're footloose and fancy free. Okay, so I can travel the world. I can do whatever I want, and that's a good thing
How
about
many
it.
hours a week do you reckon you work?
Well, it depends. Sometimes I work maybe 5, 6, 7 hours a week, and sometimes I work 80 hours a week. Well, it depends.
Okay, fair call. Fair call. Tell me this: how is your dad going?
Well, my dad, I hope he's good. He's fine. My mom had surgery, a knee surgery, 4 weeks ago, and she's still humbling and on the wheelchair and improving slightly. And yes, we're all dealing with some
Now, let me ask you
challenges in
this:
life.
Zero. If you were starting your watch journey again, starting from fresh, what would you get? Tell me what you would get.
So the state of collection, as I said, I have 3 watches in the Millie. I brought it to Germany. I wear it all every day, my day just, and my day. And I'm very fine with my collection. The only watch I'm missing, but I would not adding. I would maybe flipping. So it would be a sub.
You had
As
two
you,
Milgauses at one stage.
yes, I sold one. I sold the black dial non-GV.
Do
I
you
sold
regret
it.
selling that? Do you regret
No,
selling
not
that?
not at all. No, not at all. I sent it to a friend of mine, and she gave it to her son, and he's wearing it, and he's keeping it in good health, and I like
Which
it.
one did you sell? You kept the blue one, didn't you?
Green one, the green one, black dial.
Sorry?
It's a black dial GV. I
Oh, and
kept
you,
the
the one
green
you
crystal.
sold was which one?
I sold the non-GV.
Ah, got you. I actually like the non-GV black dial, but you know what? They're both beautiful. They're very special. Speaking of special, just make sure it's the real rancher. Just let him on. Hello.
Hey, who else
So what's up?
would have the Cardinal
How's it
avatar
going?
beside me? Honestly,
Yes. Talk to me, rancher. What's happening?
I just actually take a nice little night drive.
After 12.
Enjoy the
Sorry, what was that, rancher?
little nighttime drive, just enjoying the heck out of it.
So here we go. We got Narc $2. Zeppy emailed me. He isn't happy with the ending of the super chat. Let's have a look. Reading of the super chat. Let's read it again. Zeppy, $20. Who loves you, Archibald? I blame myself. Narc, Mr. GMT, Patrick, JL, Shot, Sirocco, and mostly Curly. Bike me dead. That was a good reading.
That's a solid super chat too. $20, man.
Very. That's why I kept it up for so long there. And thank you, Narc, for getting a little bit extra for me. 10% GST back. Tell me this, Rancher, if you were starting again, what would you do now? You know what? I'm going to listen to your advice. I'm not going to get 4 identical girl-size Pateks. They were too small. I concede the point. Okay? Agreed.
Yep.
I think you should be the Pontiff and get not what everyone else is coming all over. Quit joining the circle jerk. You are the chief jerker. Yes. You're the one who starts the circle. You're not the one who finishes the circle.
You're the circle.
Yeah.
You're the circler, not the circlee.
Thank you.
I think that brigade that you got was a real good move towards, being different and not being so cliche, and still buying a watch that is kind of going to hold its own, value wise for the most
Yes.
part. I thought the Brigade was a really nice move. And yeah, but there's a lots of fun watches to talk about, man. I mean, if I were to start my watch collection over, it would probably just start with a sub. And start
How about
from
you,
scratch.
Ranch? If you were starting again, what watch would you start with?
What are the circumstances? Am I starting with nothing or next to nothing, or do I have the value of the entire collection?
Up to you, whatever you choose.
Okay.
With your knowledge that you have, it's not about money. It's more about your knowledge. What would you buy?
Okay.
You've got no watches, and you need to you're going to start a new collection.
Exactly.
What would be the first watch you bought?
Oh, wait. God, urinator, you're being really pissy there. I'm just pointing that out. God, you little bitch. Oh, that's why. Okay, urinator. I guess. Okay, it makes sense. Makes sense. Pissy little bit. I'm happy. I'm really kind of happy with what I've got now. I still like my Urban. I like my Urban Jurgensen. I like the I like the Project watch. I think that's going to be schmicko. And then the third one would be the the Breitling 1959 806 1959 edition. I love that.
Yes, I sent you the buckle. Remember the buckle I sent you on that?
Yeah.
It's good I sent it to you because otherwise the burglars would have had it, Clyde.
Right.
Because it was in the same place where they stole the rest of my other stuff.
Call me defendant like you used to. Yeah, and for me,
it's interesting. Mike says he'd start with a sub. See, the funny thing is people say to me, do you regret not taking the Sky Dweller? Do you regret not taking the Panic? And I got to be totally honest with you. I don't think the Explorer 2 was a compromise. Do you, Clive?
No.
I think that's a great fucking watch.
I'd rather have it, the 42 especially, I would have that over GMT.
100. Look, I don't know if I'd say that quite because I love the Pepsi because, the money-wise, if you could get a Pepsi at retail, you couldn't turn that down, could you? Now, I know you turned one down because they took the stickers off. That was the Batman. But realistically, I think the Explorer 2 is just such a cool. I've been wearing this every day. I don't want to wear it. Well, I've only got this and the Omega.
And to me, the Explorer 2, it's like the last of these true blue sports.
Yes,
it makes me. It's like the Rolex of yesteryear, the classic, the icons. Instead of trying to glam it up and make it look pretty with a ceramic bezel.
Yeah. What do you think of my choice of the Bluesy, Rancher?
You can't get well, let's face it, we're not getting any younger. Well, we're not getting any younger, but
a little flash isn't a bad thing.
A little, and you gotta love the blue dial. If they did a steel with a blue dial, I would rather take that. But in the absence of that, I think the two-tone Bluesy, I think the blue shirt is one hell of a watch for the money. I also think the two-tone, the root beer rose gold is a hell of a watch.
Yeah, the Ever Rose, man. I'm really their rose gold is so much more subtle and unlike other rose golds. I really do like Rolex's rose gold. Their Ever Rose. Gotta say,
an alternative for the Bluesy. What about Hulk or the Starbucks? Have you considered this?
It never really. I got to be honest with you. I actually preferred the black I like the black.
The icon. Go with the icon.
Yeah. What did you had a what did you have, Clivers? You had the purple.
I had the purple and I had the ceramic. I had the purple and I had the Kermit.
Yes. Yes.
I have I'm perfectly fine. I used the purple of course I sold the purple to Duck, which you still has it. And so I think I might even have a right of first refusal, but I also used that to get the 321, which I think a decision that Mr. Valjoux agrees with. By the way, he sent you a super chat.
Oh, he's a very cool guy, that guy.
He really is. He's a heck of a good guy.
He's a great guy. I love him. Now, let's get the super chat. Mr. Valjoux, $5. Yo. Hey, Patrick Philippe, AD never calling. Mr. Valjoux is in the Archieverse. And he is as cool as that avatar. Let me tell you that. That guy is as cool as that avatar.
I said that if I were rebuilding a sub would be my first pick. And it probably would. But I've found that lately with the watches I own that my Pelagos is my go-to watch that I've been wearing on a daily basis. I've been working a lot in situations where I scratch shit up like very easily. So I'm not going to wear my Rolexes while I'm running my lathe or working with any of my machinery.
Yeah.
And so
you wouldn't want to wear any watch if you're doing that, would you?
Well, I would wear my Seikos. I put those on just for that very purpose. So I still know what time it is, but I could give a shit if I scratch them. But yeah, my Pelagos is a great go-to runner. That has been a great workhorse. But Mark. Somebody's just reminded me that I don't wear my Rolexes, and I haven't been wearing my nice watches, and that I should maybe since I don't wear them, maybe I should wear them while I'm on the show. Since I'm on the show,
that's a good point. You got to get use out of them, don't you? You got to get some.
Yeah, I should at least maybe wear them on the show, and they'd still be considered new because I'm not. They're not getting. They're not going to get any desk diving or any of that kind of thing. And that was a good suggestion, and I think I'm going to take them up on that and start wearing my James Cameron and my Sub and my Speedmaster, because I think it is good also to run them every once in a while. And
definitely.
Super chat.
Definitely. Super chat. We've got trading profits, £1.80. Rumor is Batgirl will be discontinued. Thoughts? I got to be totally honest with you. I don't see it happening. I don't think they'll get rid of the the Jubilee or I can't see it happening. I'm sorry. It's just like people saying the Milgauss will be I just can't see it happening. Sorry. And we got a super chat. The Mask. The Mask, $5. Bluesy would be my number one choice, but only from an AD. So, in other words, never.
Yeah.
Mind you, on the secondary market, it's strange. The prices, you can get them secondhand, and they're not. I don't understand. I thought if the prices were coming down, surely they'd be easier to get from the AD, no? Does that make sense or not? You know what I'm saying? Or
well,
not?
I think prices are coming down, but it's the super hyped one that's coming down. It's the ridiculously. It's gone from the previous high of Jesus Christ, are you fucking kidding me? To oh my God, can you believe how much they're wanting? So that's down a step or two.
Thomas W. Shee, $20. Following you since 2014, I would reacquire any Rolex piece you want first because they are so predictable in how they go up in value and also predictable if you resell if needed. Fair point. Let me say something about Rolex. You know, one thing about Rolex, I have really
Ascertained.
yeah, I love it. I love Rolex because with a Patek dress watch, you've always got trouble. Is the strap? Is it too hot? Is it humid? Like today, it's the temperature's going to be humid. You can't wear it everywhere. You can't, Whereas a steel Rolex, I can put that my hand into a sewer and wash my hand off, can't I? Almost.
Would you be washing your hand off in the sewer? And if so, what did you put your hand into that it needs to be washed in the sewer? Or you mean taking it to the sewer and then washing it off subsequently?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like it doesn't matter what happens. It's waterproof watch, isn't it?
Oh yeah. And also,
like you get stuck in the rain with a Patek. Oh shit! Put it under my jacket. But if you get stuck in the rain, yeah, so what? It's waterproof.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's one thing I'm finding is I want to have more watches that are like I don't even wear a tie much. Do you wear ties much, Clive?
Yeah, like every day.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Your Honor. You're in a very chivalrous business, aren't you?
No, I'm a lawyer.
I hope you would not defend burglars, Clive. I'm teasing. Clive, it's not your job to have a moral basis. Your job is to provide good legal representation and let the judge decide based on the balance of evidence and probability whether the person is guilty or not.
We also have these things called juries.
Yes.
Yeah, and as a lawyer, you also have the.
Have you got any advice on how I can get out of jury duty?
Oh yeah, you can claim.
Just go up and be yourself.
Distress.
Mm-hmm.
Just go up there and talk frankly and honestly.
Yeah, just say I've got too much going on in my house.
Literally anything.
Tell them your story, man. They'll fucking let you off.
Super chat still.
Oh yeah, you got a nice one.
Thank you so much. There, we got a super chat here, and this here is here we go from Trading Profits £1.80. Mike, can we get an update on the root? Well, Mike's the simple on the root beer. It's not happening because
it's not happening.
He's a bit short of money at the moment. And secondly, where's he going to get this root beer at retail? Where the hell is it coming? Because they're not easy to get. So it's financial
reality. I came to reality and I bought my Ducati.
And you know what? You probably get a lot more fun out of the Ducati as well.
Oh, I
Actually,
do.
Can I tell you something?
I've already got watches, so now I got the bike too.
There was an interesting thing, Mike, in the WhatsApp group, the ArchieLuxury WhatsApp group, which guys you can join for $30 US PayPal ArchieLuxury72@gmail.com. And you can join this group. And there was guys saying they're selling some watches to get a secondhand Porsche. Did you see that, Clovers?
No.
That's something I've considered.
997.
Yeah, in America, you can get an 80s 911 for around 40 grand. And that's reasonable. And it's something I've actually considered, but I'm hanging on to my Rolexes. They're my rock.
Sirocco sales $5. You're a victim of a recent crime. You'll convict no matter what. That should get you off it. There we go.
Archie, did you catch that $20 super chat we had a while back from Thomas Shi?
Let's just do it again there. Let's read it again. Since Thomas Shi, $20. Following you since 2014, I would reacquire any Rolex piece you want first because they are so predictable in how they go up in value and also predictable to resell if needed.
Yeah, that's just common sense right there.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't hear. I stepped away. I didn't know if you'd read that.
No. It's worth doing again. That's a
solid one.
That's a very solid one indeed. There.
Yeah, But no, I mean, since I have been lucky enough to reacquire two of my old watches that I used to have, I'm hanging on to them. I mean, to the point of like, even if I lose everything, I'm still hanging on to those. I am not selling them. Yeah, I'll give them to somebody, a trusted friend, and say, hold on to these for me, and I'll just go off and.
Or you could ask Archie.
Yeah, I'd give them to Archie to hold on for me. But yeah, it's like once you get them and you own them, then they're under most circumstances they're yours, and you own them and you hang on to them, and that's where they are in my collection. My plans are to become a world famous artist here, and become rich and famous again, and rebuild my collection. And I just finished a new piece that I'm very, very proud of. It's my largest, most impressive piece to date. If anybody wants to see it,
sure, we'd love to see it, Mikey.
You want to see it? It's fucking amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
All right, give me a second. I'll bring it over.
We'll give him a full screen.
Absolutely. But I think instead of icon, I think the trick is to find not chase today's icons, because if you do that, there's always some sucker out there. There's some assholes out there with more money and probably more time. But it's to find tomorrow's icons.
Tell me this: do you miss your 321, Clive?
No,
because you got the 861 still, haven't you?
Yeah, but the 321, I'm so overprotective of it.
Okay, Archie.
Let's have a look. Wowzers. That looks amazing.
I used black resin this time, and it in different light, it does lots of different things. In sunlight, but you can just see all the different woods I used.
Ooh. That looks amazing.
The inside is insane, and it's really reddish in different light.
Yes, that's beautiful.
It weighs about 12 pounds. It's my biggest piece so far.
What are you selling that for? How much are you selling that for, Mikey?
It's probably $850.
It looks amazing. That looks absolutely amazing.
I'll give you $10 for one.
Yeah, I'll put you on the list, okay?
All right.
And when I make a $10 piece, I'll call you.
Thanks.
Well,
you're selling for $850. I'd pay you $1.50 more, man. What are you talking about?
Between the blue piece that I did before and this piece, yes, this is my best piece yet. I'm learning as I go, and I learned a few things about the finish to attain a finish on this piece that I've not been able to attain on any piece to date. This piece just has the most reflective, most perfect dust-free. Like I don't have a paint booth, so when I paint, I end up with little dust dots everywhere, and it bugs the shit out of me. Nobody else will notice it except me. But I figured out, I went to an auto body shop, a car shop, and I asked advice from them, and they gave me the right grades of sandpaper, 3,000 and 5,000. It doesn't even feel like sandpaper. And I used those, and then these products that they told me to use, and I was just able to get. I mean, you can read the license plate numbers across the street. If you look into this thing, look at the reflection. You can see behind me. You can see the wall behind me. And I did the bottom in black felt, and signed and dated it, and did the inside with finishing resin so it will hold water. This is my, my biggest, largest, most complex piece to date. And look at all the different woods I used. You know, I got this
Beautiful.
yellow wood. Just crazy, man. It's just you just turn it a quarter turn, and it tells a different story every time you turn it. And then the gray resin in sunlight, man, this thing is just a completely different animal. You know, in different light, it's just like it's 4 different vases in one, just depending on what light it's placed in. You know,
Mike, I got to tell you, that looks fucking amazing, man. That is a fucking amazing piece. You really are mastering the art. Okay, I can say that to you. You've really,
thank you, man.
You've really, that looks incredible, man. I can't begin to say how I'm proud of you there. It's tell me this, Mikey, in your own situation itself there, is things getting better for you, Mikey? Can I help you in any way? Do you want to advertise it? If you send me some pics, I'll put it on the website.
No. I've got things.
Okay.
Basically, things are moving about as fast as I can make them. So
okay, that's cool.
I'm doing okay there. It's just a matter of me speeding up, streamlining my process, making things faster. And you know, getting a better customer base, and I'm working on that by making more pieces and getting them out there, and that's what's going on. I'm hitting it 100% full on. I've had a couple hiccups, like my uncle passing away a couple weeks ago. My mom went in the hospital last night, or yesterday.
Okay?
Yeah, she couldn't get out of bed because of muscle spasms, and they had to take her to the hospital, and I had to go pick her up, and so there's just been all these little interruptions that have kept me from, you know, just being able to go nose to the grindstone, boom, 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 you know, and just make piece after piece after piece, like I want to do, and you know, time is money, so if I spend a week helping my family out because somebody, you know, needs help, then that's I don't have the money to buy the supplies to make the next piece. So
I completely get it, mate. I completely get it.
But I'll tell you what, I have no doubt that I'm going to make this work, and I am. This is something, like you said. You know, I'm mastering it. I'm learning as I go, and each piece is just getting better and better. And I intend to make a name for myself in this world.
I don't doubt you, Mike. I tell you this day, if anyone can do. I believe you me. That's not as easy as that stuff looks. It's bloody hard to do there because it's.
You know you're an artist when you're never happy with what you've done. Okay, and it is very rare that I have been really happy with anything I've done. I've always been like, well, you know, it's nothing the customer would ever notice, right? It's 100% acceptable to hand to you and say, this is done. And they love it. But in my head, there's that little thing here and that little scratch here, things that bug the fuck out of me, right? This piece, I am like just fucking tickled pink with. I mean, I learned so much, and I got the finish I was going for. I mean, I'm so happy with this piece, and it's almost weird. I hope it's not an omen. I hope it's the beginning of a really good thing, because man, I learned so much.
I want to bring up a photo. I'm going to show you a photo. This is some pieces that I owned some were stolen.
Oh man, there's more artwork there too. And watches are art.
I want to ask you this. I've got the Explorers 2. It's on my wrist. I'm going to replace the Submariner with a Bluesy.
Okay.
What about if I also got a Milgauss blue? How would that be as a 3-piece? That's it. That's all I need. So I'd have a Explorer 2.
You want to keep it all Rolex?
Yeah, just to keep it all. What do you think? I still got the Omega. That's like my one thing on this. That's like a gift from the community.
What about but what about the Breguet instead of a Milgauss?
You know what? The Breguet is still a bit delicate. I think I want to go Rolex because it's just utilitarian goodness.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Sure.
I'm really into utilitarian now. I don't know what it is. I'm really into utilitarian.
There's 100
Clive,
reasons
what do you
to
think?
stick with
Clive,
Rolex.
what do you think? Tell me, what do you think, Clive?
Okay, agreed with share the, and you've got the GMT covered, so you want something basic. I'd say Explorer.
Yeah, what do you reckon?
Maybe either a, toughie. Why not an Explorer 1? 39 millimeter.
Ah, shit. So because you got the bluesy. Oh, so you'd have Explorer 1, Explorer 2, and a bluesy.
And you're kind of a little bit redundant there, though. No, 2 Explorers.
Mike, you don't understand is, Mike.
What?
You know what you don't understand is that was my first Rolex was an Explorer 1. So it's kind of a tribute to my...
Okay.
It's a tribute to my...
1016.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of why the sub would be my first grab, because it was my first Rolex as well. So,
Yeah, they're a great watch, man. What do you think of that idea? Just trying to work out what you guys would think if I did that. How many of these damn things do you need? Can I ask you that?
3's enough.
Yeah, three's ample.
Like bosoms.
3's enough?
3 and then some other sub brands like Man on the Moon, or other brands like Breguet or Panerai or other brands, but 3 Rollies and move on to other things. 3 is a good number.
Yes, that's a fair point. How many, seriously, Clive, how many Rolexes do you have now?
I'm down to 4.
And do you think Rolex itself there, as much as you hate the brand, could you see yourself ever getting that down less?
Yeah, I could see myself going down.
And
the
what makes
more.
You hate Rolex? The douchebagginess of it? What is it? The douchebagginess of it, or what?
Well, no, I love the watches, hate the games.
Yes. Agree completely.
Love
I hate what Rolex has been doing. I hate what the market was doing a few months back. I hate the fact that Rolexes cost 3 times their retail. I hate that you can't get them at the AD. There's 40,000 reasons to hate Rolex other than you absolutely love Rolex. And yeah,
Clive, do you miss that? You miss that Bach day date you had?
No, it was too much of a pain in the ass to mess with.
Okay. So that's a no.
Arch, what do you think about a OP instead of Explorer 1 or Milgauss? Maybe yellow dial or green dial, or...
I think they're a bit too hyped. You know what I mean? I don't want to play
those. Tiffany's too hyped. Tiffany's too hyped, but the other's not too hyped.
Sorry?
The Tiffany's hyped, but the other's not hyped at all.
The OP41 was never on my... Sorry.
No, but the simple 3-hander is an alternative to the Milgauss or Explorer 1. Just keep it as an everyday watch. So OP.
Yes.
And then and they have various dial variations.
You're still paying crazy money for them. That's the thing that pisses me off.
But it's not more expensive than a Milgauss or Explorer One.
Damn. And they used to be the Econo Rolex, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they used to be the Rolex Junior, beginners Rolex, and then they got all hyped out, and their prices went, fucking skyrocketed, and because they were never on my, I never even knew of their existence until the OP41 came out and all the colors, and I was just like, whoa. Like, I actually like this watch, but then their prices went, just like they always do. They just went fucking to the moon, and it's the wrong watch to go to the moon. The Omega's the one to go to the moon.
Yeah, you're right. I gotta be honest with you. As much as I fucking hate Rolex, right? I hate this hype. The hype shits me off, right? The hype really does piss me off. Why do I love Rolex as a brand so much? Why is that?
Well, I think part of it is that they are what they are. They are probably the most robust, well-built, rock hard, rock solid. I mean, even if you used them as a work watch, watches that money can buy, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think as far as beat running, wearing it, hunting or golfing or, running a jackhammer all day, I think a Rolex is probably the most robust.
Well, I don't know if I'd want to be running a jackhammer. That might be a little bit.
Well, what watch? I mean, what mechanical watch would you think could handle more than a Rolex running a jackhammer?
Richard Mille.
Oh,
yeah, sure. Or a Jacob and Cub.
I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know if I'd be doing that. That's a bit nasty, Clive.
No, that was just an example. I'm just saying, like
Richard Mille. No, it's a theoretical answer to a theoretical. It was a theoretical, hyphen stupid answer to a theoretical hyphen stupid question. So, but, Richard Mille is really ridiculously over engineered, is what I've always understood. So,
yes,
and of course, I would never run a jackhammer with my Rolex. I mean, that's just of course not. But I'm just saying that, in terms of the watch themselves, they are. I can't think of a brand that's more robust and just like trustworthy to work for you than Rolex. Maybe Tudor is
no, there is one watch, Mikey. Shall I tell you? That's the Citizen Equidrive. Okay.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, there are those other brands that are solid, rock solid. But we don't talk about them here, unfortunately.
Rock hard.
Seiko. Victorinox. I think there's a number of brands that are really, really robust, and but in terms of luxury, I think Rolex is kind of the one that would take the most beating before it gave up the ghost. Don't you think so? I mean, I can't think of another watch that's more, a popular luxury watch that, maybe Panerai, just because they're so, clunky and there's so much case there, and I don't know about the the movements, but Rolex seems to me just to be like the most sturdy, well built. It's kind of like a Chevy 350. It's like the good old engine that always could and always will, and just keeps on going. And unfortunately, the games played around them are like, I harbor the same hate towards the company as everybody else does because of that. As much as I love the watches themselves, but anyways, I'm going to shut up now.
No, keep going.
I got to tell you, Clivey, I want to ask you something, okay? You've been in this watch collecting thing. How long have you been doing watches now? You asked me about that date. It's probably almost 10 years, I'd say. Is it? Wouldn't you say almost 10 years?
Please don't say that. No, please don't say that. Ugh.
Why is that? It's I got to be honest with you, Clive. If you could go back to when you were first starting, what bit of advice would you have done? Would you have put all your money into the Rolexes you had before and held them? By the way, you still have that bubble back, don't you? That semi-bubble back gold piece?
I'll always have a semi for you. Sorry, that was Mark. Mark told me. Mark paid me to say that. All right. By the way, speaking about paying to say something, there's a super chat.
We got a super chat. That's fantastic. We love our super chats, especially on the channel, because that's what keeps us going there. OG Hash Hockey, $2. What watch did Daryl the discount plumber wear? Shit, what's he wearing? I think it was, yeah, I can't remember. I can't.
Last week I watched Tulsa King. Actually, the new Sylvester Stallone movie where he's like a gangster that's been more or less kind of sent out to exile in Tulsa?
Yes. What was that movie like?
It's a TV show.
It
was all right. Decent, watchable. But I also realized, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure he was wearing like a Piaget Polo two-tone. I'm like, so I don't take him seriously as a gangster now.
No, I understand. Okay. Fair point.
Took me completely out of the moment.
Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. Kind of destroyed it for you. That's what you're saying, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. Now so what would I have started out with if I'd start over?
Yeah.
Would I want to keep the watches? No, not really. I don't. The only watch that I really regret selling is the Rolex 15400.
5400. That's a date. Rolex date.
It's a Rolex date.
34 mil date.
34, but I love that watch.
That was the blue one you had. Didn't you have a blue dial one?
No, that was an Air King. The date was a black one with railroad tracks, indices, and hands.
Okie dokie. So you regret selling that?
Yeah, I did. I like that one. And the thing is, that was the one I used to prove that, believe it or not, it's just like 30. I was holding the 15400 next to the Explorer 2.
Yes.
It was basically the same size dial watch.
I see. Got you. Jesus Christ. I can't believe you'd say that, Clivey.
I like that one.
Okay. Fuck, that's a bit of a... See, this is the thing, with my annual calendar, it wore a bit small. It wore like a fucking 35 mil. Okay? Let me tell you the truth, Clivey. It wore like a fucking... But you know what? I loved it as a 35 mil.
Well, do you know what
the chats are coming?
You know what the date also had?
What's that?
Contrast.
Here we go. We got some super chats. They're coming in fast. Here we go, guys. We got a super chat from Big Guns. $20.
Nice.
Arch, can you pull up David SW and look at the Panerai Luminor Marina 1359? I think a Pam for my I want a Pam for my collection, and I like this one. What do you guys think? Let's pull it up, Arch. Pull it up. Pull it up, Arch. Pull it up, Arch. Okey-dokey. Let's pull this baby up. I'm just calling it up now. Just give me a moment. A moment of our time. A moment in time. That's what we want. So this is a Panerai 1-3. Let's go and have a look, guys. Watchers. Let me just cool this baby up. Oh, where's he gone? Panaristi. We want to become a Panaristi.
Do you know who's no longer a Panaristi?
Who's that?
Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, you told me he was wearing a
Polo. Piaget.
Polo. Yeah, Piaget polo. That's cool.
But interviewed, he was kind of getting out of Panerai, and he basically said, you know, I sent them millions of dollars in business, and they didn't give me jack shit.
Oh, he said that, did he? Yeah. Fuck. That's a fair point. He did send them millions of dollars of business.
And that just shows you how nasty and cheap and vinyl that Richemont is.
Yeah, geez, they'll never give me anything. It's a 1359. Let's just call this up. 135. Oh, this one here. Look at this one. 3-day automatic Lumina Mariner. I like these. I love these. Fuck.
That's what do you nice. Think, Clive? It's got a date
it's not
too.
Big money. $5,000, just under $5.
No,
waterproof. 44 mil. That's the classic. 2020.
Right.
300 meters water resistance. That's not bad. What do you think, guys? What do you think of that?
Now, is it in-house or
what do you think?
Is it modern in-house or is it one of the classic ones where they basically messed with a ETA?
I think it's modern. I think it's modern in-house. Let's have a look. It's a 9010 movement. Caliber 9010. I think that's their in-house. I think. I'm not a Panerai expert, please, but I'm pretty sure that's the. Look at that. That is a beaut. What do you think? Could you have a Pam? Could you have one in your collection?
Oh, me definitely. They come in the nicest boxes. They really present. They really, their presentation is awesome.
I have the 000. Remember?
Yes, that's right. That's the base logo one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's a beautiful watch.
It was. And here's the thing. I always called it my in theory watch because in theory, I liked everything about it. It's just when I put it on my wrist, I felt nothing about it.
Fuck, I don't understand that, Clive.
I don't understand it either. That's why I called it an in theory watch. In theory, I could know everything about it.
See, for me, I don't want to get a Pam, and I also don't want to get the Brigade, Mike, because I want to build some bases. I don't want to have a fucking museum anymore. I had a museum, and they stole the exhibits. Does that make sense to you?
Well, no. You liar. You never had a Movado. That was not bad. We're off the cuff. Come on.
I got to give you some points. That was a pretty good one, Clivey. That was pretty damn good there. Very well done.
Arch,
I got to be honest with.
Sorry, go ahead.
Keep going. I got to tell you, Clive, I think you've had some amazing pieces. I mean, it's not always about money. I got to tell you what pisses me off with the whole hobby. It's this fucking, the money seems so important to a lot of, and I think that kind of wrecks it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not always the money. like one thing about you, Clive, love you or hate you, you've never been a money-focused person. I wouldn't call you a communist, but you're not really money-focused.
Well, kind of. Because remember me saying, "Hey, I'm here. Today I'm wearing my Omega Speedmaster 321." Did I happen to mention how much I got it for, Archie? Did I tell you how much? Remember, I was pulling that gag for about 3.
Yeah, I remember. You're okay. You're okay. I don't dislike you. You know.
Well, it's not like I'm a rich prick. I'm just an ordinary.
No. I'm just a burgled prick, by the way, Clive.
Yes.
I'm definitely no longer a rich prick. Okay, can I say that?
Yeah.
Luckily, I don't know. You know, one thing is I don't owe money on the pieces that were gone, because in the past I have owed a lot of money on pieces I own. So fuck me dead. I don't know if it makes it any more pill is easier to swallow or not, but
oh, definitely.
Here we go. Anton May, $2. 126334S with Jubilee and fluted bezel. Get no love. So that's basically the white gold steel. I think that's a great watch. I don't have a problem with that, Anton. No. I just don't think the date just. You know what? I like a sports. I love the Explorer 2. I love a dive. I don't need superfluous. I no longer need superfluous crap. Does that make sense, Clive? Superfluous crap in my life. I don't think I need, but for some people, that could be a perfect one and done. My dad's got a date just. He fucking loves it.
Yep.
I really like the. I like the date just with the non-fluted bezel. I think that's a real nice,
and
clean.
If you're buying it new, they are a fair bit cheaper. They're a lot cheaper. And that's probably the best bang per buck.
Nice, clean, just nice, clean design watch.
Here we go. Super chat. I got to get the super chat here. Trooper, $2. It's my prerogative. Prerogative. Arch. Ha ha. There we go. He's right, Trooper. GB, $2. Debating on trading my two-tone Sea Dweller in on a bluesy. Fuck, that's a hard decision.
Because the bluesy. Like I said, I had the red Sea Dweller, and I didn't like it because it was not a cuff dweller. That thing would bounce on my cuff like 80 times a day, and it drove me nuts. But man, I tell you what, though, trading it in, that is the worst way to. I mean, theoretically there are worse ways to finance a watch, like selling an organ, or
payday lenders,
or the mafia.
Yeah.
But and the thing is, no. I mean, if you're don't trade, sell it, and then buy the. I see
exactly.
But no, sell it. Then
I totally agree with you, Clive. I got to tell you, I think the biggest mistake you can have is in my case. Like, it's one thing to lose $250,000. It's another thing to be burgled and lose $250,000. You know what? Like, the money fucks with you, but you know what I mean. It's worse to lose the stuff.
Yeah, bird in hand.
Exactly.
Bird flies out of hand, and empty hand, no good.
Yeah, exactly. I got to tell you something, guys. We really do appreciate your super chat. Super chats keep me on the tubes. It keeps me going. We got another super chat here. So let's just catch up to these super chats here. GB, I basically would say no, don't do it. I would keep what you got, because whatever you do, you're going to regret it. If you bought an additional one, that's what MasterCard and Visa was invented for. We got a super chat here from David N. This is a question for you, Clive. I think he's talking about your Aquanaut, your 50. What do you have, a 50-55 or a 50-65? I can't remember.
50-66.
Sorry, 50-66. Sorry. David N. Clive, do you still have your Patek? And the answer is no, he doesn't. He sold it ages ago, didn't you?
Right.
How much did you make a lot of money on that?
I made a fair amount.
Okay.
But of course, then after I sold it, then it went to the stratosphere.
Yes.
But always it always happened.
Clive, that's just me and you, okay?
Yeah, that's just The
Those
trouble is,
Pateks, I was holding the prices back. Now that they've been stolen, they're going to soar through the roof, okay?
Yeah.
Sirocco sales, $2. When did you last have a bird in hand, Mickey? What does he mean by that? I don't get that. A bird in the hand is two in the bush.
Yeah, I think he just was like retorting to my comments.
Or I think
GB, $2. Thanks. Plus, you tried it on, and I will keep it.
Maybe he's talking about the last time you've had a woman.
Huh. I don't know. What do you think, Clive?
What do I think about what?
When was the last time you had a woman, Clive? Is garbage fire? I got to tell you, Clive, the name you have for your women, fuck me dead. Jokes aside, I love your sense of humor. You know that you had the best fucking sense of humor when it come to women. Fuck me dead. I loved it, Clive.
Well, then the drama
mama, garbage fire. Fuck me dead. I love the name. It's very passive aggressive. Okay, you are passive aggressive.
And the mother of my children, Uber bitch.
Oh fuck! I didn't hear that one. Why do you call her Uber bitch? Please explain.
She's German.
Please explain.
She's German, and she was basically the biggest bitch, a superior bitch.
Yeah, but you must have loved her at some point, Clive. You must have loved her. You know what I mean? No? Is that wrong to say to you?
Yeah, well, I think at some point. And I think at some point you must have loved I don't know how many wives you've had.
No, I know what you're saying. You're right. You're right. So at some point you did, didn't you?
Well, yeah.
Or you just like sex. Or you just like sex a lot, Clivey. What do you think?
Yeah. The second, actually. But it's not just the sex, it's also the food preparation.
Oh, food preparation.
No, drama mama. No, none of them had any. No. Well, and the thing is, at one point she said, well, I know I'm a hot mess. And I jokingly said, oh, no, sweetie, I'm sorry. You are so far beyond that. That's more of I don't know, a garbage fire. Oh. And it's just a joke. And at first, she would even come on the channels, and she would even come. She changed her handle to Garbage Fire, and she even spelled fire PHIRE.
Yeah. What? How come it ended badly? Can I ask you that? Why did it? Why did it go badly? What went wrong? Can I ask you that?
I think it had something to do with you, but we'll just skip that question.
You can't blame me for everything. I never even met this woman, Clive.
No, I told you stuff in private, and you kind of blabbed about it. And she hit the roof a couple of times.
Oh,
but anyway,
I apologize. Can I please apologize to you for being a jerk?
Oh, that's right, Archie. We're way beyond that.
I mean, seriously, none of us are perfect, and I'm sorry if I was fucking insensitive to yourself. Okay, I mean that honestly. I don't want to be an asshole to you. Okay,
I appreciate it. Thanks.
I really do appreciate you coming on the stream because it's easy to come on when I'm peppy and firing on all fucking 4 cylinders. At the moment, we're having a bit of a misfire. You know what I mean? It's hard. Clive. It's hard. Okay, it's fucking hard. Okay, I'm not.
Well, if you're having a bit of a misfire, you should be checking your coil packs. Maybe your spark plugs and
it's diesel, Clive. I'm diesel. I'm beyond that. Okay, I'm diesel. Okay,
glow plugs.
Glow plugs are fucked. Okay.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, it's actually nice to have you come on, talk watches. Can I tell you something honestly? No bullshit. Okay. In some ways, right? I've actually thinking now this is a turning point. I'm not going to collect fucking shit like for needlessly. Okay, I want to actually, I want to collect shit that I can use. You know what I mean? Like, how many pens do you need? You need one fountain pen. You don't need fucking 50 of the fucking things. Does that make sense?
Or razors.
Yeah. I mean, how many? Just have one or two good ones and then get rid of all the other shit.
Yep. Trying to.
You know what I mean?
LA Method, focus on hype watches.
It's just, look, it's just fucking hard, Clive. It is hard. Okay, I'll be honest with you. It's fucking hard. Okay. I don't know what you can say. Really, it's just fucked. It is very, very, very hard. And you've been a good guy. You've been a good guy. Like, sometimes people don't get you. You haven't had an easy life yourself. Life's hasn't been a fucking picnic for you. Life hasn't been a silver arrow for you, has it, at times?
Oh, it's been one in my ass, in my art.
Yeah. Did you ever find any decent silver arrows?
I'd say, despite everything, I think I've still had a lot of luck. So I still consider myself. I've had a few bad breaks, but I consider myself a lucky son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'll second that on my end. I'm lucky to fucking be here 100 times over, and grateful to be here.
Yes.
And grateful to Archie to be on his show, and doing my best to help him out of this situation. And I was going to say, not everybody, it doesn't happen to everybody, but occasionally some people get a big fat reality check, like a sledgehammer over the head reality check. It doesn't happen to everybody. Some people just cruise through life, and but then to other people, shit like this happens, and you have to deal with it.
Yeah.
But you got to deal with it, man. What else?
Deal with it the best way you can. What
okay.
other
opportunities? Time out. NATO. Clivers loves a good picnic with cured meats and artisanal cheeses. Who the hell doesn't? That's like Clyde likes breathing and blowjobs. I mean, come on.
What's wrong with cured meats? I love cured meats, don't you?
It's healthy as unhealthy. Cheese probably is not healthy, but my God, hell yes. Sign me up.
I like that white cheese. That white gooey cheese.
Oh, I like brie. Yeah, brie and camembert.
And
oh man,
you know what else I'd like to? I'd like some prosciutto ham and some olives. Do you want the olives with the pip in it, or do you want the olive with no pip? Because I like the pip in it because I can spit them out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think they're fresher.
I like the olives with like something stuffed in them, like a nice.
Fuck.
Yeah, those are good.
I used to like olives in my martinis.
Cheese in them, for instance. Oh.
Yes, I gotta hand it to you, 100%, Clivers. It's actually kind of nice having you on here. People are asking, when are you going to turn nasty to me, Clive? Can I ask you that question myself?
I don't know. Actually, I don't like kicking someone.
I like this nice Clive. I could actually have a good friendship with this guy.
Or as close as you could have to a friendship.
Yeah, I don't have any friends. We know the classic. You don't have any friends.
You have no friends. You have no friends.
Yes. Yeah.
Boy, that was like a billion years ago.
Fuck. We had some good times, don't you think, or not? Seriously.
We absolutely did. We had some fun.
And I got to tell you, the thing about you is, you know what? I mean, people can criticize you all they fucking like, but one thing about you is you were never a money son of a bitch. You like these young punks. I got these young punks who replaced you guys, right?
Oh yeah.
And you know, I got to tell you, in all honesty, they were fucking, one of them particularly was out for everything he could get. Okay. But you were never about you even supported the super chats. You had your own sense of humor. You had the mooing. We had the toilet break. We had some good times, don't you think? Yeah. And Mother would come rub the mug. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Can I tell you something? What they didn't steal? They didn't steal the 2 mugs I've got in my room. They didn't steal the Archie mugs.
Wow.
But
sometimes you get more mad about the stuff they don't steal as much as the stuff they do. It's like, what, you motherfucker? Hey, man.
Yeah. GB $2. Clyde's a good guy. I wish he would come to Dallas. I got to tell you something, Clyde. Let me say this to you. You know what? I'm actually looking at rebuilding the collection a little bit, but I don't want to have a museum anymore, okay? I want to actually start getting rid of a lot of shit, okay? And I'd like to come and see you. Next time I go to America, can I see you?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to go Chicago, Florida, and I want to go Oklahoma.
I could come down to Dallas or something next time.
I'd actually like to see Oklahoma. I also want to go. How far are you from Gracelands?
Gracelands? Oh, like 6 hours at least. We're a lot closer. It's like, yeah.
Oklahoma, isn't that swampland?
David N is saying, Arch, 529.
Gator country.
By the way, Cove just got a 6006 in. Luxuria Watches just got a 6006 in. I'd love to buy it, but I don't have my insurance money, and by the time that comes, that'll probably be 3 to 6 months away. So
there's kind of a been there, done that.
Yeah, that's a true point, actually. You know what?
I mean,
honestly,
sometimes I'll also give tens. Sometimes we have some massive smackdowns on the former Cardinal check. It's actually called no horns allowed, but I don't know. It's just, it's what we left the title, but we'll smack each other down on that side every once in a while. But Tanzil though, at some point, Tanzil had a Aquanaut. He also had like a Nautilus, and he had a Royal Oak. A couple maybe at the same time, but in the thing.
We got Doc here. Hello, Doc.
Hey, how's it going, guys? How's it going, Clyde? How's it going, Mike?
I got this nasty cough, Doc. When the fuck does that go away?
Well, since you're vaxxed, it's probably going to take 3 weeks.
By the way, I ain't get no more vaccines, no more boosters. I ain't doing jack shit. Although that's everything. No.
Sorry,
you need a Ricola.
You.
You're one of those Ricola lozenges.
Actually, he's right.
Even last
right. He's right. No, he's right. Mike is right. He's 100% correct. Get one of those Ricolas.
Actually,
Ricola.
Gargle some hot salt water.
Yeah, hot salt water.
Is your throat sore?
Dry cough.
Or maybe
dry cough, Doc.
If it's sore, eat a lemon as if it was an orange. Eat the lemon as if it was an orange. Chew on it. Feel the juices flowing around your neck. It'll help kind of stun it a little bit.
Yeah, the acidity. I'll tell you that if you gargle with really salty salt water for like 10 hot
salty licorice. How about eating salty licorice?
Yeah, even potato chips. The salt will help your throat. It does.
Doc, how are you going? Talk to us, Doc.
Oh, by the way, I'm actually using the power of the internet. I'm going to find out the reasons behind your stubborn dry cough.
Okay. Oh, it's COVID. It's COVID cough. It's COVID.
It might be,
No, you wish.
Remnants of the COVID you just had.
COVID cough.
No, the internet says it's cancer.
Thank you.
Guys,
I'm going to wrap this baby up in 6 minutes, guys. I'm going to wrap this up. I want to thank
just like old time.
Unless people super chat to stay on for extra time. Pay to play, fuckers.
That's Clyde used to say that. Man, fuck. I remember you say that.
I remember people paying for an extra half hour.
And look at that. Try sniffing ladies' shoes. They stole all the fucking shoes. Did you know that? They stole the fucking shoes.
Really?
Well, you had them locked up, so of course they're going to take them. They must be valuable if they're locked up.
Damn, like I said, the last time the booster put me in, like they let me off Christmas Day. Jesus Christ, I was never so happy to get all the hospital.
I gotta tell you guys.
Well, the doctor is saying, dude, I wouldn't take shit if I were you for like at least a year. Like,
well, once you've been sick with COVID, which you already were, you don't need any vaccination at that point.
Oh, is that right?
You've already had the real deal.
You got your antibodies are hard, live and strong.
The maximum antibodies is with the actual virus rather than any of the vaccinations, which are only fractions of the
funny thing is,
virus.
my wife, she's lost her sense of taste yesterday. She's supposed to be over.
Oh, she's got it too, huh?
Oh, fuck. Yeah. That's one of the signs.
Well, hey, son. Well, hey, honey. Unzip.
Yeah.
Come on, let's be nice.
Let me give you a salt lick so you can feel a little better. Salt lick.
You know, I heard that eating pineapple, I heard some chick say that eating pineapple is supposed to make your stuff taste better. Just
it's the mouth ulcers I don't like. It's the mouth ulcers I don't like, Mike.
Yeah, not me either.
You and Michael Douglas.
Never had one. Never want one.
Guys, it looks like we're going to be ending up the show, but I want to say thank you so much for coming on, guys. You guys are great.
Yeah, pay to play. Extra time. Extra time.
Okay. We tried our best, man. It's been very good here. I got to tell you, Clivey. And we got Doc. Doc's here. Doc's been a loyal supporter.
Yep. Doc is actually just an all-around good egg.
Hey, you can come on tomorrow.
I appreciate that.
Come on tomorrow, Clive. We love chatting. You know.
It's almost like old times, isn't it?
It is. It is. Yeah.
I first made this avatar because at one time, let's see. Clyde, did you have a bluesy?
Yes,
no.
he did. Man, you bought it. You bought it. The purple bluesy. Didn't you buy it off him, Doc?
I thought he had another bluesy besides the purple one.
Yeah, I did briefly. Maybe a couple.
See, what happened was Clyde had a bluesy.
Oh, yeah.
I bought his bluesy. And Blue Shirt got a bluesy, so we were bluesy brothers. That's what this avatar is all about.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
God, that's so cool, man. It's we had a nice day today. We had some great chats, great talks, great everything.
And I think we're on the right track for not getting your collection all over again, starting fresh. Keeping to one protect.
Sirocco sales $2 discount rate running up. Sorry, not for $2. Come on.
No,
it's $1 a minute. It's $1.
In fact, it's two Aussie.
Yes, exactly. Guys, I got to say thanks for coming on there. We're having some interesting shows. I've got to think of a topic for tomorrow. And I got to tell you, this is going to be a good chance for me to actually buy stuff that not going to be a museum. This is going to be pieces I can use.
Yeah,
and I'm going to wear these fucking things.
If not now, when? I believe the pontiff said that.
Exactly. And I must admit, I wore a watch every day. I rotated a lot. So unfortunately, I should have had them in the safe and I wouldn't have this problem in the safe. But hey, it's...
Well, actually in the bank safe, you mean?
Exactly.
But if you put it in the bank safe, the Triple C might come and take it for some crazy reason and ask you to go to the council. You never know what's.
I know. So anyhow, look, it is what it is. Burglars and that there, guys. I got a video coming out today. I got a video. Did a bit of an update in the studio. I'll upload it soon. And guys, come back tomorrow. We'll have a great time. Clivis, it's great to have you back, man. I love you. Okay, man.
Is this permanently back?
Yeah, he's permanently back. Yeah. Yeah.
So premature to just say that.
Yeah.
I have no plan. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check you for a fever there, Clyde.
Just about. It almost is like a fever dream. It might have cowpox.
The lead says, but Arch, where are you going to get the money to buy luxury watches from your dad? Like, when my dad's never given me money to buy watches, that's for sure. He's quite in good health. My dad's doing well. I'm hoping to get some insurance proceeds, but we'll see.
Would your wife consider, helping you get replenished?
Oh no, she's happy.
Yeah, but we're talking about watches.
Okay, guys, we'll be back tomorrow. See you tomorrow. I'm going to run an outro today. We're going to run an outro.
You never run my intro either there, Pontiff. You never run it.
I don't know where it is because it's got... I got to find it because it was lost in all the hype. It was... I got to... If you can send that to me again, I'll upload that too. Can you send it to me again? Because... Stuff
I'm not in WhatsApp, so I'll have to text it to you.
No, that's okay. You're not in WhatsApp? What happened to WhatsApp? What's wrong with WhatsApp, man?
Because I have
I
have an old phone. I have an old phone. I know. You told me to update and all that.